This is a special presentation of Tiger Sports on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 and 101.9 FM.
Good evening and welcome to Las Cruces. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 101.9. I'm Charles Winnicky, and it's district tournament week, and the Alamogordo boys basketball team is at Mayfield High School, which is, I was going back through the history. I'm thinking, I've done a lot of district tournament games in this gym, and it is true. I think 3 of the last 4 years Alamo has played a district tournament game here. Unfortunately, it hasn't been a good place. I think the last 2 times they lost here in the district tournament, so we'll see if they can turn that around tonight. Tigers taking the floor right now. You're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show as the Alamogordo Tigers and the Mayfield Trojans tip off here in about 15 minutes. Of course, no sub-varsity games tonight, so we'll start right at time, or should start right on time tonight, as the Tigers have gathered at the center circle as they do, and take one last moment together before they get into their warm-ups. And the Tiger coaching staff to their bench. Mayfield has not made their way back out onto the floor. Both teams were warming up in the about 45 minutes that I've been here, and then went back to their respective locker rooms pretty recently to prepare for tonight's game. Mayfield has had the better of Alamogordo this season. There's no doubt about it. The one game here, Tigers lost by 13. And honestly, could have been a little bit of a bigger margin, if I'm honest. And then at the Tiger Pit, Mayfield just couldn't miss. And their offense and defense was really impressive, and they beat the Tigers by 20, 78-58. So, that's been the story of the second half of the season for Alamogordo, mainly district, not all of district. I would say the last 7 games of district, maybe 8. The Tigers just can't seem to find the groove that they were in non-district offensively. They just can't seem to get on the rolls that they would and score in the upper 60s and 70s on a lot of given nights. And I think they played some good competition in the non-district. And in the first couple games of district, they, against Centennial and Oregon Mountain, those top 2 teams in district, Alamo was right there with them. And they were close to beating Centennial. They were close to beating Cruces the first time. One of those district seasons where, easily could have been a 5-5, 6-4 season for Alamogordo, and just didn't turn out that way. So we'll see what we get tonight. I thought the Tigers played solid against Gadsden last Friday. It wasn't a, eye-opening, crazy, great performance by them, but they got the win, did some positive things. But I would say, they're obviously going to have to be a little bit better tonight if they expect to get a win against a really solid Mayfield team. Tigers should be in a spot to make the postseason, regardless of what happens tonight, I believe. But gosh, I just more than anything for this team this year, whatever happens over the next couple weeks, to build some momentum going into the offseason. I'm not saying they should quit on this year. What I'm saying is, go win as many games as you can here before the end of the season. Hopefully make the state playoffs, make a run in the district tournament, and you can have that feeling going into the summer, going into next season of, boy, we really finished strong. Let's see if we can build on that going into next year as well. So we'll see what the Tigers are able to do. All right, we got about 10 minutes to tip off, and both teams are out on the floor now, and you're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 101.9. Tip-off coming up here soon.
Hi, this is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. We take great pride in our Tiger student athletes. We wish them all the best and cheer them on as they compete this season. We recognize these outstanding athletes for their commitment on the track, court, and field. Their dedication is inspiring, and we celebrate their hard work and sportsmanship. Join us in supporting our Tigers. First National Bank has been your hometown community bank since 1956, proudly cheering on the Alamogordo Tigers every step of the way. Go Tigers!
Member FDIC.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle,
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Ready, set, drive! Level up your ride with OFCU and Casa Auto Group for a limited time starting Tuesday, February 24th through Monday, March 2nd. Zoom in with rates as low as 4.24% APR. Power up with no payments for 90 days. It's time to hit the gas before the final lap and take advantage of this great deal. Limited time offer. All loans are subject to approval. Rates vary based on collateral or terms. Not all will qualify. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Welcome back to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. We're about 10 minutes away from tonight's tip. Clocks is 7+ minutes. I think they mistimed that a little bit, but who knows? Maybe we'll start a minute or so early. Officials are here, so we're pretty much ready to go. So two matchups between these two teams this year, and the Trojans had the better of it, as we mentioned, and the key is going into tonight is Alamogordo's ability to handle the change of pace that Mayfield provides. But more importantly, Alamo defensively and how they can slow down the speed of what Mayfield does is going to be something interesting to watch. If they've been able to pick up anything from the first couple of games. I don't know. And I mean, in terms of the half court, I've seen them go man-to-man. I've seen them go zone. Mayfield's got They don't have a huge post play or anything, but they've got guys that drive to the basket and do well in that area. They also have 2 or 3 guys that really shoot the ball well from the outside, but it's the team speed. They seem to get to the right spots and rebound a little bit better. And, I mean, it's nothing that the Tigers can't overcome, I think, is the thing at the end of the day, is if they play up to the level I think that they're capable of, if they're hitting their outside shots better tonight, if they can rebound better, if they can get some turnovers and get into transition a little bit, that may be the thing that stands out maybe more than anything else from the first half of the season to the second half of the season is Alamo's inability to force turnovers. Now, again, a lot of credit given to their opponents in not turning the ball over and taking care of the basketball. But I think Alamo has got enough guys that are good enough defensively that can manage that. But, at the end of the day, I know I focus on the offense a lot, but it may be the defense, the Tigers' ability to, if their offense is not clicking the way that it was earlier this season, then they need to keep Mayfield from scoring into the 60s and 70s. So the defense has got to get better to make up for the fact that they're just not playing as well offensively as they were earlier. And like I said, you can put that on the Tigers, you can put that on their opponents. Whatever it is, that's what the reality is at the moment for Alamogordo. So Alamogordo girls were in this gym last night. They lost to Mayfield 66-24. Their season finishes up at 7-20. Tularosa girls were winners last night. 55-28, I believe, was the final against Nimi. So they'll play Rodoso on Wednesday. District doubleheader happening up in Cloudcroft tonight. Girls playing at 5:30, boys playing at 7. Both of those games are against Capitan. Winners of those games play Mescalero. Girls game Wednesday, boys game on Thursday in the District 3 2A tournament. And Alamogordo baseball begins their season tonight. They're playing down at Southwest University Park in El Paso as they'll take on Fabens. But an opportunity to play down at the Chihuahuas Park again this season. So hope it's a good experience for all involved. All right, we're going to take another break here on the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. Stay with us here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. When it comes to your mortgage, you deserve more. At First National Bank, we live in the communities we serve, which means faster decisions, personalized service, competitive rates, and real people who know you by name. We treat you like a neighbor. Whether you're buying your first home or refinancing the one you love, our local lenders are with you every step of the way. Choose First National Bank, where home begins.
First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, all on subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Ready, set, drive! Level up your ride with OFCU and Casa Auto Group for a limited time starting Tuesday, February 24th through Monday, March 2nd. Zoom in with rates as low as 4.24% APR. Power up with no payments for 90 days. It's time to hit the gas before the final lap and take advantage of this great deal. Limited time offer. All loans are subject to approval. Rates vary based on collateral or terms. Not all will qualify. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. Getting ready for tonight's tip here in just a few minutes. Tigers have made it back to their bench, and they are arm in arm in a circle around Coach James Bowman. And directly below us, we're right behind the Tiger bench tonight. And the Mayfield team is underneath one of the baskets in the paint, and they are heading back over to their bench as we speak. Again, Mayfield's won here, 58-45, back in January, might have been early February, and then won at Alamogordo in the last couple weeks, 78-58. So the Tigers are hoping to reverse the first couple of games of the season between themselves and the Trojans and advance to the District 3-5A tournament, win this game, and they would play at Centennial coming up on Thursday. Looks like we're just about ready for the starting lineups and the national anthem. And so we will take our last break. Thanks for listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk. Tip-off is coming up next.
Hi, Hi, this is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. We take great pride in our Tiger student athletes. We wish them all the best and cheer them on as they compete this season. We recognize these outstanding athletes for their commitment on the track, court, and field. Their dedication is inspiring, and we celebrate their hard work and sportsmanship. Join us in supporting our Tigers. First National Bank has been your hometown community bank since 1956, proudly cheering on the Alamogordo Tigers every step of the way. Go Tigers!
Member FDIC.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Ready, set, drive! Level up your ride with OFCU and Casa Auto Group for a limited time starting Tuesday, February 24th through Monday, March 2nd. Zoom in with rates as low as 4.24% APR. Power up with no payments for 90 days. It's time to hit the gas before the final lap and take advantage of this great deal. Limited time offer. All loans are subject to approval. Rates vary based on collateral or terms. Not all will qualify. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Welcome back. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talks, 1230, 1019. The Tigers and the Trojans getting ready to tip off here in just a little bit. Trojans playing a video up on their video board before they get into their starting lineups. But we can tell you their starters. And number 5 is Corey Patterson, a 5'6" junior. So I'm trying to read in the dark here. Hector Gallegos is a 5'11" junior. Number 12, number 21, Christian Covarrubia, a 6-foot senior. Fernando Corona, number 23, a 6'1" senior. And Homer Walsh, number 33, a 6-foot junior. Meanwhile, for the Tigers, Julian Favela, a junior, wearing number 0. William Bynum is a sophomore, wearing number 1. Jacob Ochoa, junior, wearing number 2. Jaden Hernandez, a sophomore, wears number 3. And number 10 is Aaron Herrera. He is a junior for the Tigers tonight. And they got a laser show that goes on here as well. I was impressed with it the last time I was here. So I think they're going through their entire lineup. So we'll go back to keys for tonight for Alamogordo. And I'm going to say defense. I think if they can keep this game in the 40s and 50s, I think just for how things have been going over the last few weeks, I think that helps the Tigers a little bit more. And hey, listen, if your offense gets going because your defense has started to slow down the other side, maybe you run away with this game. So, there's a lot to be said about a lot that they can do in this game if the defense steps up and has a good night against this Mayfield Trojan team. So it's hard to beat the same team 3 times in the same year. There's no doubt about that. And, there's no secrets anymore. Everybody knows what to expect, when they face each other. We'll see what we get tonight. But, if Alamo can find that offensive spark that they had when they were putting 4 or 5 guys in double figures on a pretty regular basis, they're a very difficult team to beat. And I think they've got a number of different players that can do that for them. We'll see if it happens tonight. So as the final starter announced, Tigers coaching staff, of course, is James Bowman, Mike Richards, Jonathan Lucero, and Colton Anderson. Assist him, Ben Trujillo, the head coach for Mayfield. He is assisted by Josiah Herrera, Curtis Flores, Terrellin Trujillo, and Terrence Mirabal. Tigers in their black jerseys tonight with gold numerals and white outlining. Got white and gold stripes on the top, on their tops, on their shorts. On the bottom part, gold and white. Mayfield in all white tonight with the hunter green and outlined in yellow. Tigers with Alamogordo in cursive on the front. Trojans in cursive on the front of Mayfield's jerseys. And scores table ready to go. Officials ready to go. It'll be Favela to take the center tip against Walsh. And it is tipped back by Alamogordo. And it is grabbed by Jaden Hernandez. Tigers right to left here in the first half. Trojans left to right. Ball's at the right wing here with Will Bynum. Bynum will dribble. He finds Aaron Herrera, who gets to the free throw line, fires up a jump shot. Back of the room, no good. Favela, though, able to take away the rebound. His putback is no good. And then on the rebound, it'll be a foul on Bynum. So a couple opportunities there for the Tigers. Nothing falls, and Mayfield will get their first chance, and Corey Patterson will bring it into the front court. He'll look back to Coach Trujillo and ask what they're supposed to be in. Tigers look to be in man-to-man. And the ball's in the corner with Covarrubia. Comes out, and Bynum able to get a hand of the pass, but it's going to be deflected right to Corona. Corona's at the left wing. And then the ball goes back outside to Patterson. Mayfield will be very deliberate with the basketball. They will take their time on the offensive side. Patterson to the left wing. Walsh top of the key. Walsh driving right of the lane. Walsh puts up the shot, and a foul going to be called on Herrera. Shot's no good, and 2 free throws coming up for Walsh. And Walsh will rattle home the first. And it's 1-0 Mayfield. 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. And the second free throw good as well. Mayfield will pressure. That was something here the last time Alamogordo really struggled with, was the trap pressure from Mayfield. Tigers out across the timeline. And here's Favela driving to the basket, but this time just jump a little bit and threw it off the bottom of the rim. Here comes Mayfield the other way. Corona will send it to the corner to Covarrubia. Back to Corona at the right wing. Corona into the lane. And a foul going to be called on Alamogordo. And already 3 fouls on the Tigers as they call Julian Favela on the contact. And it'll be a baseline inbounds for Patterson. They'll get it to Covarrubia at the top of the key. And now Patterson into the lane. Patterson at the top of the key to Walsh. Walsh will fire up a 3. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound tipped out. The Tigers get to it. Aaron Herrera with the basketball. Herrera works his way into the lane. Goes up with a tough runner shot and gets it to go. 2-2. Herrera's maybe been the most consistent offensive player for the Tigers in the last few games. As the ball comes to the right wing, Covarrubia will give it to Walsh, top of the key. Patterson gets to the left wing. Man-to-man defense for Alamogordo. Covarrubia left of the lane, goes up with a shot off the glass. Foul on Ochoa. And it'll be a chance at a 3-point play here for Covarrubia. 4 team fouls on Alamogordo in the first 2:01 of the game. Tigers to inbound. Favela will give it to Hernandez. Cross-court pass gets to Bynum. Bynum able to stay in bounds. Tigers break the pressure. Here's Herrera getting to the basket. Foul going to be called on Walsh. Shot's no good, and Herrera to the line to shoot 2. And Mayfield turned up the pressure a little extra there. We're trapping deep in the backcourt. And once the Tigers were able to switch sides of the court, they had numbers. Herrera will rattle home the first. 5-3, 5:51 to go in the first quarter on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. And Herrera will miss on the second. Rebound. Almost squirted away from Gallegos, but right to Corona. Tigers with some pressure in the backcourt. Here's Gallegos. Gallegos driving right down the lane, goes to the basket and finishes. Ochoa will inbound to Bynum. Bynum's pass too far for Herrera, and a turnover by the Tigers. Walsh gives to the left wing, now working baseline. Patterson, Corona's got it in the left corner, fires up a three. Shot's no good, and they're going to call a foul on Jaden Hernandez. So 3 free throws. And Corona makes them the first. If there was contact, there didn't seem to be a whole lot. Second free throw is good. And Mayfield out to a 9-3 lead. Most of it coming on free throws. All 3 free throws good for Corona. 10-3, Mayfield in front. Ochoa with the basketball. Finds Hernandez. Tigers have 3-on-2 into the front court. Favela, corner 3 on the way, is good. Julian Favela knocks down a triple. And the Tigers trail 10-6. Quickly the other way, Covarrubias is going to try to answer right back, and he does. Inbounds goes to Ochoa, and the Tigers' deficit is back to 7. Ochoa will bring it across the timeline. Gives it up to Favela. Favela trying to work his way to the basket. Gets there. Foul called. He gets the shot to go, and a chance at a three-point play for Julian Favela. Foul called on Hector Gallegos, his first. Sub for Mayfield as Braden Rodriguez comes into the game, as does Gabriel Herrera, as Walsh and Gallegos check out. Ethan Grinder has subbed in for Alamogordo, as Jacob Ochoa gets a rest. Free throw no good. Here comes Mayfield into the front court as they get past the Tiger pressure. Covarrubia pump fake in the corner. Gives it up underneath to Herrera. Now it's Patterson working to the basket. Patterson gets cut off. Goes to the top of the key. Corona with it. Corona will kick it out. And there's going to be a travel on Corona. And the Tigers will get the basketball here. Down by 5, 13-8, 4:35 to go in the first quarter. No pressure in the backcourt this possession for Mayfield. As Hernandez got the left wing, gives it up to Bynum. Bynum takes it to the free throw line, gives it to Favela at the right wing. Hands it off to Herrera. Herrera's going to fire up a three. No good. Rebound out to the corner. And losing his footing but keeping his dribble was Herrera. And then Grinder able to take it away, but Grinder's pass to Favela is off the mark. Here comes Patterson. Patterson driving the lane. Offensive foul as Hernandez drew the charge. Inbound's going to go to Hernandez to Bynum. Back to Hernandez. Ball still in the backcourt. And the Tigers get it across the timeline. Bynum finds Herrera, who pump fakes in the corner, working baseline. Finds Grinder. Grinder right there for the put-in. Grinder with the bucket, and the Tigers cut the deficit to 3, 13-10. Patterson to the top of the key, over to the corner. And a three on the way that is going to go off the top of the backboard by Herrera. And that'll turn the possession over to Alamogordo. Sub for Alamogordo as Diego Ortega comes in. Julia Favela checks out. Inbounds goes to Hernandez, then back to Bynum. Hernandez over to Bynum. Hernandez still in the backcourt, now to Bynum in the front court. Finds Herrera. Grinder right of the lane, gets to the basket, shot no good, put back, no good, rebound again, that time it is good. So Grinder with 4 points, the Tigers trail by 1, 13-12. At the free throw line and backpedaling is Patterson. Finds Corona, who gets to the left wing, fires up a three, it's no good. Rebound out to the corner is deflected off of Herrera and out of bounds, and Alamogordo will get the possession. Gabriel Herrera for Mayfield. Inbound goes to Bynum, who gives it to Hernandez. Tigers have been very patient so far. They're going to have to hurry here and get it up ahead to Ortega. Ortega's pass almost too far for Grinder, but Herrera was there for it. He put up a shot. That's no good. Now it's Hernandez working his way into the lane. Going to be a foul called on Mayfield. 2:49 to go in the first quarter. And they'll call the foul on Corona, his first. Inbounds the baseline for Alamogordo. As Gallegos will come back into the game, it'll be for Patterson. Hernandez to inbounds. Finds Grinder. Right back to Hernandez. He's got it in the right corner and will dribble it out of there. Gives it up to Bynum. And then back to Jaden. Jaden will step up to the right wing and fire up a three. He hits it. He's fouled by I.T. Williams. And a chance at a three-point play for Jaden Hernandez. And the Tigers take their first lead, 15-13. Favela will check back in. Ortega checks out. And Jaden will complete the 4-point play. Tigers up 16-13 as Mayfield will bring it in the front court with Gabriel Herrera. Herrera will give it up to Williams. Williams stops the top of the key, gives it up, and going up with the shot attempt is Gallegos. Grinder is going to get called for the foul. And it'll be 2 free throws coming up for Hector Gallegos. Both teams in the bonus the rest of the way. And front of the rim, no good for Gallegos on the first. Ortega will check in. And it'll be for Herrera. Homer Walsh will return to the game as he subs in for Christian Covarrubia. Gallegos will make on the second, and it's 16-14. Inbounds goes to Bynum. Bynum will give it up to Hernandez. Back to Bynum. And then back to Hernandez as the Tigers work it across the timeline. And then a pass that was in between a couple of guys. Ortega was standing in the high post. It was too high for him, and then Favela was cutting along the baseline, and it went behind him. And so turnover to Mayfield. 2:09 to go first quarter. Tigers 16, Trojans 14. Ball at the right wing with Walsh. He'll give it up to Gabriel Herrera. Now it's Corona. Tigers in a zone. Walsh gets it in the left corner. Walsh will scoop it to the top of the key to Herrera. Back to Walsh at the left wing as the Tigers continue to work this zone. Williams attacks, kicks it out. They get it to Corona in the right corner. Corona will give it up to Herrera. Herrera at the left wing. Bynum on him. Herrera, a little bit of trouble. And then Herrera ends up slipping. Bynum gets to the basket. Shot is good. So good defense by the Tigers on that possession. And then a miscue there by Herrera, and the Tigers take advantage. They lead 18-14. That'll be one of the best quarters we've seen Alamogordo play ever since that Oregon Mountain game. They had that big third quarter to rally back. Ball goes left wing to Walsh. Now at the right wing, Corona. Tigers continue to work the zone. Almost a turnover. Williams to the left elbow. Finds Corona in the corner. He'll fire up a three, and he'll rattle it home. Fernando Corona with the triple. Tigers in the backcourt. Favela able to get it ahead to Hernandez. Hernandez finds Grinder, who finds Ortega. Ortega in close, couldn't get it to go. Tigers wanted a foul, didn't get it. And Mayfield with the rebound. Coming up the near sideline, Corona to the free throw line, into the lane, off the glass, and good. Tigers trail 19-18, 39 seconds to go. Favela give it up to Bynum. Now it's Hernandez, back to Favela. Tigers get it across the timeline. Bynum near the midcourt line, works to the left wing now. And finds Favela between the circles. 22 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Tigers down by one, 19-18. Still plenty of time here. Hernandez with the basketball at the top of the key. 13 seconds remaining. Gets a screen from Ortega. And from the right elbow, fires up a tough shot and puts it in. Hernandez with 6 in the quarter, 4 seconds to go. Corona gets it in the front court. Corona, top of the key, fires up a tough shot. Back of the rim, no good. And that's the end of one. Tigers lead by one after a quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, 20-19. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank, your community bank. When local businesses grow, our whole community grows with them. That's why our business loans come with personalized attention, local decision-making, and a commitment you won't find elsewhere. We know your name, we know your goals, and we're here to help move you forward. Visit us today and experience the difference a true community bank can make. Together, we're building a stronger community, one relationship at a time.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans are subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
(20-19) Tigers after one quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. And we begin the second. Mayfield left to right with the basketball. I.T. Williams in the left corner with it. Goes out to the top of the key. It's Walsh. Walsh driving right of the lane. Pretty good defense there by Herrera and the miss. And then Favela was able to tip the rebound to Herrera. And then Herrera had the ball taken away. Walsh in close, able to get it to go. Tigers felt like there was a foul, but did not get the call. Tigers down 21-20. Here's Bynum, top of the key with the basketball, looking to attack Walsh, gets into the lane, on the spin move to the basket. He finishes. Bynum with 4. Here comes Patterson. Patterson right of the lane, kicks it out to the left wing. Corona the free throw line, finds Walsh. Walsh along the baseline, lays it up and in. 23-22, 7:15 to go. Here's Favela with the basketball. Favela will give it up to Ochoa. Favela, Ochoa, Bynum, Hernandez, and Herrera on the floor for Alamogordo. Williams, Corona, Walsh, Gallegos, and Patterson the floor. And here's the steal by Gallegos. Gallegos racing the other way to the basket. Shot no good. I think Favela may have gotten a piece on it. And driving the lane and kicking is Williams. Tigers were unhappy with, I think, that Patterson had not reestablished himself when he had his hand on the basketball and passed it to somebody. And here is Hernandez, going to lose the handle of the basketball. Walsh almost able to steal it and go the other way, but he couldn't gather it in before it goes out of bounds to the near sideline. 25-22. Clock is running. And the clock is still running, even though we're in stop time. So they let about 10 seconds run off the clock. Favela, right of the lane. And Favela to the basket and able to lay it up and in. Hard work for Favela, right of the lane. 6:03 remaining. Here's Patterson. And Gallegos with a pump fake. He'll kick it outside. Corona finds Walsh at the left wing. Tigers down by 1, 25-24. And then out near midcourt, Patterson will dribble, take it to the left wing. Tigers in a man-to-man. Granados is on the floor, so is Grinder. Walsh getting to the basket, laying it up and in. And Grinder gets called for the foul. Nate Best going to come in. Grinder will check out. Walsh will get it to go. Walsh with 9 in the quarter. Tigers down 28-24. I think the clock stopped that time, judging by how much time still remaining on it. Here's working left of the lane, Favela. Favela into the lane and kicks it out. Herrera going to lose it, but it went right to Granados. Granados will give it to Best in the left corner. Go inside Favela. Favela to the basket. He's fouled. Julian Favela is having a really good game, as that shot is good and a chance at a three-point play for Julian Favela. So Favela will shoot to try to make it a one-point game. It's 28-26, and the free throw is good. Favela checks out, and I think it's Bynum coming back in for him. A little bit of pressure in the backcourt here for the Tigers as Patterson dribbled right into Hernandez. Gallegos racing up the far sideline, able to get it across. Here's Walsh into the lane, finds Covarrubias in the corner. 3 on the way is good. 31-27, Tigers come to the top of the key with Hernandez. Hernandez left corner, he'll fire up a triple, and he'll put it in as well. Both teams' offense is playing at an impressive pace here early. And the Tigers' deficit is back to 1, 31-30. Patterson with the ball at the left wing, gives it outside to Walsh. Walsh all the way to the basket, lays it up and in. Tigers having trouble defending Walsh when he tries to drive in from the top of the key. .4:13 to go in the second quarter. And between the circles with it, it's Best. We'll give it to Herrera. Herrera drives the lane to the basket. And Herrera, Tigers felt like that was a foul. Herrera certainly looked like he was bumped from behind, but the bucket is good. And we'll see if they try to go to Walsh out top again to see if he'll dribble drive. Offensive foul as Herrera draws the charge. And Coach Trujillo thought it was a flop. Walsh has been putting his shoulder into him on the last 3 or 4 possessions. I think that was a smart move by Herrera to get in there and try to draw a charge and make him make a call. Because them standing tough, it's not drawing the foul. Here's Hernandez working his way in. Off balance, his shot's going to be blocked. Pass goes up ahead to Walsh. He loses it, and Granados has got the basketball. Granados has the ball deflected out of bounds to the far sideline by Corona. Tigers will keep possession. 3:21 to go in the second quarter in a first half that is just screamed by. Granados checks out. Best, Hernandez, Andrew Herrera, Favela, and Bynum on the floor for Alamogordo. Bynum will bring it across midcourt. Tigers down by 1. Bynum working left of the lane. Trying to feed a pass to Best. There'll be a foul called prior to the pass. And so the Tigers will inbound at the baseline. Inbounds Favela. It was out of his hands and then right to Herrera, Gabriel Herrera. And then trying to get it into the front court. Patterson tried to jump up and save it before it went out of bounds. He ended up in the Tiger bench. So out of bounds back to Alamogordo. 3:05 remaining in the first half. The Tigers down 33-32. As Hernandez will bring it to the front court for Alamogordo. Gives it up to Andrew Herrera. Now it's Favela top of the key. Favela works into the lane. Gets to the basket. Shot no good. He'll come down with it. Go back up. Can't finish. And then a whistle as Corona was trying to clear space after he grabbed the rebound. And I guess they're going to call the Tigers with a reach foul. He was certainly swinging his arms pretty wildly. He didn't make connection with anybody. As the Trojans bring in the front court, Patterson gives it up over to the left corner. And Ball go back outside. Patterson with the basketball. Gives it up to Gabriel Herrera. Gabriel Herrera outside. 3 on the way from Covarubia is no good. And a foul going to be called on Corona. And he was all over Andrew Herrera on the rebound attempt. Second for Corona. 2:21 to go in the second quarter. Keaton Yost will come into the game. Inbounds Bynum to Hernandez. Hernandez will give it back to Bynum. No pressure in the backcourt from Mayfield. Bryson Bloom's in the game for Alamogordo. Bynum, top of the key. And he's going to fire up a 3. No good. Rebound. Grabbed by Williams. Williams, quick outlet up ahead to Covarubia. Covarubia all the way to the basket and lays it in. 1:55 remaining. 35-32. Here's Hernandez. Hernandez able to work into the lane. Been bounced around like a pinball. And it draws the foul, and I think that'll be the 5th team foul. And so Jaden will go to the line to shoot 2. So 1:48 to go, second quarter. Hernandez with 2 free throws. Jaden with 9 points tonight. Can get into double figures by making 1 of 2, and he will make the first. Favela has 10. Bynum with 4. 5 for Aaron Herrera. 4 for Ethan Grinder. And Hernandez makes both. A 1-point game again, 35-34. In the backcourt coming up is Hector Gallegos. He'll find I.T. Williams. Williams in the left corner. Favela will guard him on that side. The ball swings around to Covarubia at the right wing. And now Patterson holds the ball out near center circle. 90 seconds to go. They find Covarubia working baseline. Finds Gallegos. Gallegos, nice up and under. Misses on 2 in-close shots. And the Tigers have the rebound. Bynum with the ball in the right corner. Gives it back out to Hernandez. Man-to-man as Hernandez trying to turn the corner at the top of the key. They're going to call a foul as Hernandez went to the floor. Well, Mayfield bench not happy with the call there. And Hernandez misses on the first. Diego Ortega's in. Favela, Hernandez, Bloom, and Bynum. Hernandez will try to tie it up here. And he'll make the second. 12 points for Jaden. Tigers tied up at 35. I.T. Williams has the ball in the front court. Williams gets to the low post on the right side. And then his pass going to be stolen away by Favela. Favela pushing up ahead, gets to the basket. They'll call a foul on Patterson. And it'll be 2 free throws coming up for Julian Favela. Favela 1 of 2 at the line. And he makes on the first. Tigers in front, 36-35. 59.7 seconds remaining here in the first half. And Favela will see the second one rattle home. Tigers lead by a pair. 37-35. Patterson will bring it into the front court. Tigers in a zone. Patterson will give it up to the corner to Covarubia. Back to Patterson. They go to Gallegos outside Covarubia. Covarubia's 3 is good. Third for him in the game, and he puts Mayfield up by 1, 38-37. In the left corner with it, it's Andrew Herrera, top of the key, Bynum. Bynum works into the lane, and Bynum was looking for a pass to Ortega. And that'll be the third foul on Gallegos. And now we've got a stoppage. I'm not sure what we're waiting on here. Did one of the Mayfield players have an injury and he came off? It must have been. Bynum will miss on the first. Bynum will make on the second. 5 for Will. Tigers tie up at 38, 33 and a half seconds to go here in the second. Bynum checks out of the game. Granados, Hernandez, Favela, Ortega, and Andrew Herrera as Patterson will bring it across midcourt. Patterson will go over to the corner and then back out. They'll get it to Walsh. Back to Patterson. They go inside Walsh. And Walsh, tough shot in the lane, goes up and finishes. 13 seconds left. Tigers down by 2 as Hernandez will bring it in the front court. Hernandez drives left of the lane, gets to the basket, puts it up and in. Offensive foul going to be called on Jaden Hernandez. Jaden picks up his second. Jacob Ochoa going to come into the game for Jaden. 6 seconds remaining. Well, neither coach has been particularly happy with the calls tonight. It's been Patterson. Patterson to the right wing. Patterson finds Walsh. Walsh puts up the shot. It's no good. And that'll be the end of the half. Entertaining back and forth first half as the Tigers trail by 2, 40-38 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We'll come back with the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
Ready, set, drive. Level up your ride with OFCU and Casa Auto Group for a limited time starting Tuesday, February 24th through Monday, March 2nd. Zoom in with rates as low as 4.24% APR. Power up with no payments for 90 days. It's time to hit the gas before the final lap and take advantage of this great deal. Limited time offer. All loans are subject to approval. Rates vary based on collateral or terms. Not all will qualify. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Hi, this is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. We take great pride in our Tiger student athletes. We wish them all the best and cheer them on as they compete this season. We recognize these outstanding athletes for their commitment on the track, court, and field. Their dedication is inspiring, and we celebrate their hard work and sportsmanship. Join us in supporting our Tigers. First National Bank has been your hometown community bank since 1956, proudly cheering on the Alamogordo Tigers every step of the way. Go Tigers!
Member FDIC.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. The Alamogordo Tigers trailing by 2 at half, 40-38. But a good back-and-forth half. Had probably 4 or 5 lead changes there in that quarter. And overall, really good effort for the Tigers so far in this one. Julian Favela has 12. 5 points for Will Bynum, 12 for Jaden Hernandez, 5 for Aaron Herrera, and 4 points for Ethan Grinder through the first half of play. On the other side, it's been the threes for Mayfield that have been big. 3 of them by Christian Covarrubia. Fernando Corona essentially with 2 as he was fouled on a 3-point shot, then made all 3 free throws. Then Homer Walsh in that second quarter had a really good quarter. 3 for Hector Gallegos. And let's see, 9, 10, 14 by Covarrubia in that first half. 10 for Corona. And then Walsh, 8, 10, 12, 15 points in that first half. And I would say the Tigers, I think, defensively have been better than we've seen them in recent games. Offensively, much, much better for Alamogordo. They seem to be moving the ball well, attacking the basket. Getting the pressure from Mayfield really hasn't given them any big issues. The Tigers have handled it well. And, defensively, probably the big things is, the Tigers being able to rotate well, whether it's in the zone or man-to-man, and get out there in the face of the guys shooting threes. And then finding a better way to defend Walsh. If he gets the ball top of the key and they ISO with him, he's just driving to the basket. The Tigers don't seem to be able to cut him off well enough to be able to, get, because he's driving right in the lane every time. And I don't know if you try and force him a different direction, force him back into the crowd, because they shift most of the players over to the far side. And so maybe you overplay a little bit to the left and then allow the defense to come in the lane and try to help. But maybe that's what Mayfield is hoping for there. So, I don't know. All right, we are at halftime. 40-38, Mayfield in front on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show. We'll return to Mayfield High School here in Las Cruces right after this.
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Ready, set, drive! Level up your ride with OFCU and Casa Auto Group for a limited time starting Tuesday, February 24th through Monday, March 2nd. Zoom in with rates as low as 4.24% APR. Power up with no payments for 90 days. It's time to hit the gas before the final lap and take advantage of this great deal. Limited time offer. All loans are subject to approval. Rates vary based on collateral or terms. Not all will qualify. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. When it comes to your mortgage, you deserve more. At First National Bank, we live in the communities we serve, which means faster decisions, personalized service, competitive rates, and real people who know you by name. We treat you like a neighbor. Whether you're buying your first home or refinancing the one you love, our local lenders are with you every step of the way. Choose First National Bank, where home begins.
First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, all on subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Alamo Sports and Talk, 12:30, 101.9, 40-38 your halftime score as the Alamogordo boys trail Mayfield by a pair on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Two other games going on in district tournament action tonight. Cloudcroft girls probably finishing up any time now. They started at 5:30 against Capitan. And the Cloudcroft boys will follow that with a game against Capitan as well. Winners of those games advance to Wednesday for the girls. That'd be at Mescalero Apache. Thursday for the boys at Mescalero Apache. And on the girls' side, pretty much everybody outside of Lordsburg needs to win that district tournament to make the postseason. On the boys' side, Mescalero Apache, I think, has still got a shot at getting in without winning the district tournament, but can't really afford a loss before Mesilla Valley Christian. And even then, they probably should be aiming towards trying to beat Mesilla Valley for the second time this year if they can do that coming up on Thursday. Or it should be, I'd say it's Saturday. Tula girls will play tomorrow against Rodoso. The Tularosa boys won't play till Saturday. They'll play either Mimi, Rodoso, or Dexter. They don't know who their opponent is yet. I think Dexter and Rodoso play tonight, and the winner of that game plays Nimi on Thursday. Alamo girls lost last night here, 66-24. So their season finishes up at 7-20 as they're eliminated from the District 3 5A tournament. And just a reminder, brackets for the postseason will be released, I believe, on Sunday with first-round games next Friday and Saturday. Usually it's the girls' games on Friday and the boys on Saturday. And then the remainder of the tournament the following week. So, and not much has changed. Like I said, Alamogordo boys are still... I mean, they're on the bubble, but they seem to be in a pretty good spot, at least with Max Prep's rankings, and I think with the teams around them. The Tularosa boys are in a great spot. They're fighting out for a top 4 seed. Tularosa girls, they should be in regardless of what happens this week. And then the Mescalero boys are probably the only other team that has a shot outside of winning the district tournament this week. So, but we'll see. Mescalero girls, they played Lordsburg really well in their most recent game. I think, obviously they've got to win on Wednesday, but I think they'll have a shot on Friday. Obviously, the Mescalero boys have beaten Mesilla Valley Christian once already. Maybe they can beat them again and lock in spots into the postseason. Here we go, second half. Tigers left to right. Trojans right to left. Ochoa gives it up to the right corner to Herrera. Finds Bynum. Back to Herrera. Zone defense here for Mayfield. Herrera to Bynum. Ball deflected, and Will almost lost it, but goes back outside to Ochoa. Back to Bynum. Back to Ochoa. Ochoa will give it up to Hernandez. Now to Ochoa. The right wing to the top of the key. Tigers being patient in this possession. Herrera, a couple of ball fakes. Working baseline, gets to the basket, and puts it up and in. Aaron Herrera with 7. The Tigers see it tied up at 40. Past the corner, Covarrubia 3 is no good. Rebound tipped out, and it gets to Herrera. Herrera to the basket, will not get the layup to go. And then the ball was tipped to Herrera as he was out of bounds and coming back in. And it'll be Mayfield basketball. 7:09 to go, third quarter, as the inbounds goes to Patterson. Patterson, Corona, Walsh, Covarrubia, and Rodriguez. Tigers with Favela, Bynum, Ochoa, Herrera, and Hernandez. Ball top of the key now goes over to the right wing. Patterson at the elbow, passes it back out to Corona. Corona finds Patterson. Now it's Walsh. Walsh trying to work baseline. Walsh will find Rodriguez left corner. Rodriguez has the ball deflected away and stolen away by the Tigers as Hernandez gets to it. Finds Ochoa open for three. That's good. And a foul going to be called as Bynum got just absolutely cleared out underneath by Rodriguez. I don't know what the call will be here. But Ochoa makes the three, and there's a foul. I don't think the shot had gone in yet. So I think it's probably still Mayfield basketball in this spot. And I think the officials are talking this one over. I think they're trying to determine whose possession it is, most likely. So the Tigers with the first 5 points of the quarter. 6:32 to go. Well, they took the three off the board for some reason. Shot was away before the foul was called, so the three has to be good. So the officials still trying to figure it out. So the basket is good. And then a foul going to be called on Rodriguez. And are they going to give Alamogordo free throws here? Or are they going to call that? Are they calling that flagrant? Boy, I don't know about that. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I mean, like, I can understand them giving Alamogordo possession. I don't think they should be getting free throws here, unless I misunderstand the rule. I mean, if anything, they could give possession to Alamogordo because of the foul. But I don't understand why Alamo would be shooting free throws here. This is confusing. Yeah, that's yeah, they're going to say he's shooting free throws. Huh. Well, Jaden's going to make on the first. Yeah, that's one I'd love a little bit of clarification on. I'm not totally sure there. I mean, I guess they could argue that the ball was going through the hoop, and so it was a dead ball, and so they call I have to assume they called that a flagrant. Interesting. 44-40, Alamogordo in front as Bynum. They'll give it to Favela. Now here's Ochoa. Ochoa pull-up jump shot is no good. Rebound deflected out of bounds. They're going to call it last off of Mayfield. I thought it last went off of Alamogordo from my perspective up here, but inbounds at the baseline for the Tigers, up by 4. 6:19 to go in the third. Inbounds Ochoa. Try another corner three. That one no good. Rebound tipped away from Walsh to Bynum, but he couldn't finish. Favela with the putback. That's no good. Favela goes up with the shot. A foul going to be called as Favela got kind of backed out of the way by Rodriguez. And so Julian will go to the line to shoot two. Didn't see Rodriguez at all in the first half. And he's played here, Sterling. I know that Hector Gallegos, I believe, is on 3 fouls. Favela will make on the first. Julian is 4 of 5 at the line now. Tigers with a good start to the half. And the back end on the free throw is no good. Tigers have scored the first 7. Here's Walsh to the free throw line. Walsh will get it outside to Corona. And then now in the hands of Patterson. Patterson top of the key. Patterson will go to Williams, the left wing. Walsh, and then back to Patterson at the right wing. Right corner, Corona. Williams tried to feed a bounce pass to Covarubia as they were trying to get him cutting in from the top of the key. And it'll be Grinder coming in, Ochoa checking out. 45-40, Alamogordo in front. 5:41 to go in the third quarter. As Hernandez will give it up to Bynum. And then back to Jaden. And back to Will at the right wing. Between the circles, Hernandez. Finds Favela in the corner. Favela, catch and shoot 3. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound is pulled in by Williams. And he will give it up to Patterson. Patterson gets to the right elbow. Patterson continues to dribble, then he'll backpedal out. 5:12 to go third quarter with the Tigers up by 5. Patterson at the elbow. Covarubia will go to Walsh. Walsh. Good defense by Grinder. Favela ends up on the floor. Favela looks to be hurt. Patterson, or maybe Herrera. And then a shot is up, no good. Bynum. And yeah, it is Favela. Oh, he just twisted his ankle. He just kind of fell awkwardly. So they're over with him. Devin Brown, one of the Alamogordo High School athletic trainers, is here with the team tonight. And then Coach Bowman there as well as Favela will be able to walk off on his own power. And Julian will head to the Alamogordo bench. And just walking very gingerly. Julian's been battling injuries here late in the season. Diego Ortega in the game now. Bynum will inbound to Hernandez. Hernandez almost misplayed the ball on the inbounds. Pressure in the backcourt by Mayfield. Hernandez to Bynum. And Bynum will get it across the timeline to Grinder. Grinder, cross-court pass finds Herrera. Herrera in a double team finds Jaden. Jaden attacks the lane. Good feed to Diego, and Diego will lay it up and in. Good offense there by the Tigers. Ortega with the bucket. And the Tigers lead is 47-40. Alamogordo scored the first 9 of the quarter. 4:10 to go in the third. Patterson finds Walsh. Top of the key. Walsh will give it up to the left wing, and Grinder going to step in front of a pass and save it before it goes out of bounds. Hernandez will find Herrera. Corner 3 on the way. No good. Grinder's got the rebound. Finds Jaden. Hernandez into the lane. Works to the basket. Shot goes up. No good. Foul going to be called on Mayfield. And it'll be 2 free throws coming up for Jaden Hernandez. Third on Corona. And Jaden makes on the first. 48-40 Tigers, 3:47 to go in the third. And Jaden will make on the second. Timeout called by Mayfield. Alamogordo scores the first 11 of this third quarter. 3:47 remaining in this third quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Tigers 49, Mayfield 40. We'll return right after this.
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Ready, set, drive! Level up your ride with OFCU and Casa Auto Group for a limited time starting Tuesday, February 24th through Monday, March 2nd. Zoom in with rates as low as 4.24% APR. Power up with no payments for 90 days. It's time to hit the gas before the final lap and take advantage of this great deal. Limited time offer. All loans are subject to approval. Rates vary based on collateral or terms. Not all will qualify. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Corey Patterson drove left of the lane and then made a spin move to the basket. Shot was no good. And then the scramble for the rebound, it went out of bounds last off of Alamogordo. As the inbounds goes to Patterson out top. Corona going to fire up a left wing three. That's no good. Rebound Herrera. And Herrera pushed up the floor himself. Herrera to the right wing, finds Bynum. He'll fire up a three. I think that was partially blocked maybe. But the shot no good regardless. And here comes Mayfield. Gallegos give it up to Covarrubia. His three is no good. Ball going out of bounds, and Corona tried to save it, but he's out of bounds when he touches it. And the Tigers will get it back. 49-40 Alamogordo, 3:08 to go in the third quarter. Aaron Herrera will check out. Diego Ortega's back in. And a little bit of liquid on the floor in front of the Tiger bench. They're wiping up. Inbounds will go to Jaden Hernandez. Tigers up by 9. And trying to add to a 9-point lead. Hernandez out between the circles. Walsh right on him. Now Grinder gets it out at midcourt. Ethan will give it to Diego at the right wing. Diego will find Will at the top of the key. Bynum dribbles. Gives it to Ochoa. Ochoa just in front of the right elbow. Tough jump shot. Rebound secured by Walsh. And Walsh will bring it up the floor himself. Walsh working left of the lane. Goes up with the shot. And I think Ortega reached in there and got some contact on him. So it'll be 2 free throws for Walsh. Mayfield still looking for their first points of the third quarter. And they will not get it there as Walsh misses front rim on the first. Misses on both. I think Walsh left the line early. He gets his own rebound, puts up the shot. And it's going to be blocked out of bounds by Grinder. So an inbounds play for Mayfield. They'll get it to Walsh. Walsh puts up the shot, and that's no good. Grinder had his hands on the rebound, but it was knocked away from him, and Mayfield will keep possession. Gallegos will give it up to Gabriel Herrera, who finds Walsh. Walsh attacks to the basket. They'll call a foul, and I think it's going to be 2 free throws coming up. So Walsh back to the line. And he'll make on the first. 49-41. And Walsh will make on both. So Mayfield on the board here in the quarter. Inbounds goes to Bynum. And a timeout going to be called by Alamogordo as the Tigers got to the quarter. First timeout used by Alamo. 2:15 to go in the third. 30-second timeout. We'll take one as well with Alamogordo leading by 7 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Tigers will inbound. Ochoa will give it to Bynum. Bynum in the backcourt. And he'll find Favela. Favela from in close. Layup is good. So Tigers break the pressure and get the bucket. Tigers lead by 9, 51-42. Ball between the circles with Gabriel Herrera. He'll give it up to Covarubia in the right corner. Covarubia will dribble out of that and give it up to Gallegos. Gallegos goes to the basket, and Favela is going to get called for a foul. I think there's a reaction from the Alamo bench, but I think he got him there. And so it'll be Gallegos to shoot 2. And Gallegos will make on the first. (51-43), 1:49 to go in the third quarter. And Gallegos able to make both. Mayfield again with some pressure in the backcourt. Inbounds goes to Favela. Favela will find Ochoa. Ball still in the backcourt. And then a turnover by the Tigers as Ochoa tried to go to Favela on the far sideline. Alamo really has not been affected by the Mayfield pressure in this game, and Mayfield's turning it up, try to get something going for themselves. And it's worked on the last couple of possessions. We're going to get a whistle. I don't know if the clock didn't start or the clock never stopped. I don't know which one it was. I think she ran it down to 1:36. Inbounds will go to Covarubia at the top of the key. And then back to Gabriel Herrera as he'll backpedal near the center circle. We'll give it to Covarubia, who works baseline. Pull-up jump shot is no good. But on the other side, Corona gets to it. That was just a mistimed jump by Hernandez. He was right there, but jumped too early and got caught. Bynum at the right wing, and a foul going to be called on Corona as he bumps Bynum. 4 on Corona. Inbounds near sideline by Ochoa as he'll find Hernandez. Ochoa at the right wing. And Ochoa will dribble out near the center circle and give it up to Hernandez. Tigers down by 5. Under a minute to go now here in the third. Screen by Favela. Hernandez has got it. Jaden gonna give it up to the right corner to Ochoa. Ochoa loses the basketball. Now it's a scramble for it on the floor. And a jump ball. I think it's the first tie-up we've had all game. I think it's Mayfield possession, isn't it? Yeah, it should be Mayfield. I think Alamogordo, they got the inbounds to begin the half. Okay, I think we had a stoppage there. I think Coach Bowman wanted to make it clear that that was a jump ball, and so the possession arrow flipped. So we don't get another tie before the half. Alamogordo will get the possession to begin the fourth quarter. Ball in the left corner. I.T. Williams holding there. Now Williams will attack the lane to the basket, blocked by Bynum. Oh, and then a foul called on Will. I have no idea what Will did there, to be honest. That looks really clean. I thought Williams moved into him with the body. I don't know how Will can play any better defense, to be honest. That was interesting. Williams will make on the first. Now the free throws this quarter are really bringing Mayfield back into it. They're 5 of 6. And Williams will make both. Inbounds to Bynum. Gives it to Hernandez. And then Ethan Grinder, who's going to dunk it down. As they get it up ahead to him, Ethan with 6. And the Tigers lead 53-48. Here's Patterson spinning into the lane. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound going out of bounds is going to be saved by the Tigers. Grinder gets it to Herrera. Herrera to the basket. Walsh will get called for the foul. The bucket's no good from Herrera, but 2 free throws coming up for Aaron with 8.2 seconds remaining in the third. Walsh with his third. And so Herrera to the line where he's 1 of 2. And Aaron will make on the first as gets a little bit of kind iron as that rattle on both sides, high up out and then back in. Tigers with some defensive subs here as they bring in Andrew Herrera, Nate Best, and Matthew Granados. Next foul, by the way, does put Mayfield at the line. Aaron will miss. Walsh gets the rebound, 6 seconds. Walsh pushes up ahead. Walsh to the top of the key. Walsh, and it should be a tie-up. Good defense there by Aaron Herrera with 1.1 seconds left. And the Tigers will have the possession. Not much chance to do with it, but they don't give Mayfield an opportunity to score before the end of the quarter. 30-second timeout, Alamogordo. 54-48. We'll go ahead and keep it right here since we're going to take a break at the end of the quarter. But a great third for Alamogordo as they've outscored Mayfield 16-8. And, maybe not a bad time to draw up play if you need something at the end of the game with going length of the court with 1.1 seconds. Opportunity to try to run something. And I would say more than anything, a really important part of this for Alamogordo is to not try to go a length of the court pass and it not touch anybody and go out of bounds, so Mayfield has an inbounds right underneath their own basket. So you got to ask yourself, how aggressive do you want to be here? Best is going to be the inbounder for Alamogordo. And Best will get it to Grinder at half, and Patterson deflected it and got to it and put up a shot, and that's no good. And that's the end of 3. Tigers up by 6, 54-48 as we go to the fourth quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk.
Hi, Hi, this is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. We take great pride in our Tiger student athletes. We wish them all the best and cheer them on as they compete this season. We recognize these outstanding athletes for their commitment on the track, court, and field. Their dedication is inspiring, and we celebrate their hard work and sportsmanship. Join us in supporting our Tigers. First National Bank has been your hometown community bank since 1956, proudly cheering on the Alamogordo Tigers every step of the way. Go Tigers!
Member FDIC.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Fourth quarter on the Rich Simona scoreboard with Alamogordo leading Mayfield 54-48. As into the front court with it, the Trojans, they're right to left. Tigers left to right. Alamo in a zone. Patterson with the ball at the right wing, gives it up to Walsh. Walsh gets his way into the lane, goes up with a shot. No good. Rebound deflected out of bounds and then saved, or almost out of bounds by Gallegos, and saved by Gallegos. And Mayfield will retain possession here with 7:37 to go. Patterson dribbling out between the circles, gives it up to Corona at the left wing. Corona's on 4 fouls. Finds Covarubia. There'll be a push, I think, on Ochoa. That'll be an inbounds play for Mayfield. First team foul. As baseline left, it'll be Patterson to inbounds. Ball comes out top to Covarubia. Now Patterson. Been a pretty sound defensive game for Alamogordo. Patterson dribbling out between the circles. 7:15 to go. Patterson backing around the lane. Could have been a push off there. Here's Gallegos to the basket. Shot blocked by Favela. Bynum with the basketball. Finds Ochoa. Ochoa double clutches. Goes up with a shot. And foul going to be called on Patterson. And it'll be 2 free throws coming up for Jacob Ochoa. Ochoa's going to miss back rim on the first. And one more for the Tiger Junior. And he makes on the second. 4 points for Jacob tonight. Tigers lead is 7, 55-48. 7:04 to go in the game. As Patterson gets it in the front court. Ball's at the left wing to Corona. Now Covarubia, right wing, between the circles, Patterson. Tigers staying in his zone. Between the circles, Patterson. Patterson at the top of the key, finds Corona. Corona, baseline jump shot is up and good. Fernando Corona with 14. Tigers break through the pressure. Here is Herrera finding Bynum. Bynum lays it up and in. The speed by Herrera, and then Bynum was there for the finish. Here's Patterson racing into the front court. Corona top of the key. That's a couple of extensions of the arm and push-offs by Mayfield players right in front of the official. Here is Patterson as he goes up with the shot. They're going to say that was in the act of shooting, and it's going to count. I'd say the whistle was before he even went up with anything. That looked like that was on the floor to me. Third foul on Favela. Free throws no good. And here come the Tigers the other way off the rebound. Favela stops, pops, and gets the kind iron. A couple of Mayfield players got in the lane to try to draw a charge. And then driving his way in, Covarubia cleans out Herrera. I don't know how there's not a foul of some kind there. Bynum will check out of the game. Granados is in. Inbounds to Walsh. Walsh had the ball knocked away, then puts up the shot. No good. Battle for the rebound. Eventually comes to Gallegos, and Gallegos able to put it up and in. Granados finds Favela. Back to Granados. Favela. Tigers need to hurry here. Granados gets. Sorry, folks, for dropping out. Ochoa missed a corner three, and then Mayfield going to call a timeout with 5:21 to go in the fourth quarter. Tigers 59, Mayfield 54, and we will take a break. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9.
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Fourth quarter with 5:21 remaining. District 3-5A tournament. Alamogordo 59-54 leads Mayfield. Patterson with the basketball. Trying to feed a pass to Walsh in the lane, and the Tigers are going to draw a tie-up as Grinder and Walsh will be in there, and I think this will be Alamogordo possession. So it was well done by the Tigers to force the deflection, and then it was a scramble for the basketball. Inbounds to Favela. Favela will find Grinder. Grinder passed up on an in-close shot. Gets it outside to Hernandez, then misses on his first shot attempt, misses on his second. And Favela working his way to the rebound, had it taken away from him. Here's Gallegos. Gallegos will go to the corner. Corona will fire up a three. It's good. Well, that was a bad possession there for Alamo. 2-point game. Tigers get it up ahead quickly. Favela at the basket, shot no good. Grinder can't hit on the first, but he makes on the second. Ethan with 8. 61-54. Patterson races into the lane. Gets cut off, loses the basketball. It's Bynum with it. Bynum all the way to the basket, lays it up and in. Timeout called by Coach Bowman. Tigers push the lead out to 6. 63-57, 4:25 to go here in the fourth on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We'll return to Mayfield High School here on Alamo Sports and Talk right after this.
Ready, set, drive. Level up your ride with OFCU and Casa Auto Group for a limited time starting Tuesday, February 24th through Monday, March 2nd. Zoom in with rates as low as 4.24% APR. Power up with no payments for 90 days. It's time to hit the gas before the final lap and take advantage of this great deal. Limited time offer. All loans are subject to approval. Rates vary based on collateral or terms. Not all will qualify. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Mayfield basketball out of the timeout. 4:18 to go in the fourth. Tigers up by 6. That was 2 big back-to-back buckets from Alamogordo after the 3 had cut it to 2. Walsh gets into the lane, goes up with the shot. It's no good. Favela able to secure the rebound. And Julian will get it up ahead to Grinder. Grinder, good pass to Bynum. Bynum can't get in close. And then, I think one of the Mayfield players got his hand tangled up in the net, and they called goaltending. So Bynum's bucket is good, and it's an 8-point lead for Alamogordo. 3:57 to go in the fourth. I think it was the right call. If anything, it jiggled the rim and made the ball fall off of it. Nothing intentional, but as Patterson will bring it across the timeline. Still half of this fourth quarter to go. As Gallegos has got it the right wing. Gallegos works into the lane, kicks it out to the corner, finds Covarubia. 3 on the way. And is going to go over the backboard as it goes high off the rim and out of bounds, and Alamogordo will get the possession. Bynum will inbounds to Herrera. Back to Bynum. And then Herrera. And they'll give it to Bynum, who will bring it across midcourt. Bynum is off of the key. All the way to the basket, lays it up and in. 8 points for Will in the quarter. He's got 13. The Tigers lead is 10, 67-57. Corona bringing it to the front court. Find Williams. Williams has his shot blocked. And Bynum will come away with the loose ball as he was triple teamed. Bynum will find Favela. To Herrera. Aaron to the free throw line. Finds Will. Will will go to Jaden in the corner. They go to Favela. Favela to Grinder in close, and Grinder will put the layup up and in. Double figures for Grinder as the Tigers lead 69-57. Tigers up by 12 with 2:57 to go in the fourth. The Tiger contingent excited, and I think this Alamo team is excited. It's been a struggle the last few weeks, and this feels a lot more like the team that we saw through December and January tonight. Let's take a break. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank, your community bank. When local businesses grow, our whole community grows with them. That's why our business loans come with personalized attention, local decision-making, and a commitment you won't find elsewhere. We know your name, we know your goals, and we're here to help move you forward. Visit us today and experience the difference a true community bank can make. Together, we're building a stronger community, one relationship at a time.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans are subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Tigers with a steal, and Jaden Hernandez finds Will Bynum. Bynum to the bucket, and he lays it up and in. And the Tigers pulling away here, up by 14. 10 points for Will Bynum in the quarter. Ball up the right wing. Williams over to the corner. Gallegos drives the lane, goes up with a tough shot. He's going to draw a foul. The shot is no good. And it'll be 2:27 remaining in the game with the Tigers up by 14. And Gallegos going to the line. Gallegos will make on the first. Favela will check out. Bloom will check in. So Grinder, Bloom, Hernandez, Herrera, and Bynum. Hector Gallegos to the line to shoot another free throw. And he makes both. Inbounds to Herrera. Gives it up to Hernandez. Bynum Gets it across midcourt to the right wing. Will find Jaden top of the key. Jaden dribbles there. Finds Grinder in the corner. Cross-court pass to Bynum. And then Bynum throws it away. And right to Walsh. Here comes Mayfield with 2 minutes to go, down by 12. Here's Gallegos. Gallegos. Spin move and nice finish at the basket. He's got 6 in the quarter. 10-point game, 1:53 remaining. Bynum to Hernandez. Hernandez will find Grinder. Bynum finds Grinder. Wide open underneath, and he gets the easy lay-in. 12 for Ethan in this game. And then leaving the ball behind was Herrera. Here is Jaden Hernandez to the basket. He's going to be fouled by Gallegos. And 2 free throws for Jaden Hernandez. Tigers up 73-61. 1:31 to go in this game. Timeout going to be called by Mayfield, it looks like. Well, timeout. We'll take one as well. Tigers look like they're on a way to take on Centennial on Thursday night. Still got to finish it off, though. 73-61 they lead with 91 seconds remaining. Stay with us.
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
Ready, set, drive. Level up your ride with OFCU and Casa Auto Group for a limited time starting Tuesday, February 24th through Monday, March 2nd. Zoom in with rates as low as 4.24% APR. Power up with no payments for 90 days. It's time to hit the gas before the final lap and take advantage of this great deal. Limited time offer. All loans are subject to approval. Rates vary based on collateral or terms. Not all will qualify. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Jaden Hernandez misses on the first free throw out of the Mayfield timeout. Tigers up 73-61, 1:31 remaining. And Jaden will make on the second. 16 for Hernandez tonight as Mayfield pushes into the front court quickly. Corona, top of the key. Corona will step through into the lane, and his runner will go. Inbounds goes to Ochoa. Ochoa will push it in the front court himself. Finds Hernandez. Hernandez goes to Herrera at the left wing. And then a foul going to be called on Mayfield. Trojans have 2 more fouls to give after that one to get the Tigers to the line. Alamo up by 11, 74-63. 1:11 remaining here in the quarter. It'll be an inbound at the far sideline for the Tigers. Ochoa will inbound. And he'll find Hernandez out between the circles, and then a quick foul by Williams. I think either Jaden or Aaron probably the 2 best guys to put at the line. Grinder will check in. Favela will check in. Bloom and Granados check out of the game. Inbounds goes to Favela. And Favela will be fouled. And Favela will go to line to shoot 2. 1:06 remaining here in the fourth quarter. And the smart move by Mayfield. If they have any chance, they need to hope that the Tigers struggle at the line and give themselves some extra possessions here. And Favela will make on the first. 18 points for Julian. And make it 19 as he makes the second. 76-63, 105 remaining. Patterson into the front court quickly. Corona will fire a quick three, and he'll put it in. Tigers inbound to Favela. Get it up ahead to Andrew Herrera. Andrew Herrera had the ball knocked away. Corona gets it up, tried to get it up ahead to Covarubia, but it's too far in front of him. And out of bounds it goes with 49 seconds remaining. Tigers subbing in Zayden Jet Nahar and Joshua Flores Wheeler. As the inbounds goes to Flores Wheeler, he'll give it to Granados. Flores Wheeler throws one out top, and it's stolen away. Corona will find Covarubia. He'll fire up a three, no good. Rebound out to the corner. Granados able to get it up ahead to Jet Nahar. Now it is Hernandez stuffing it down with the dunk. "20 seconds remaining as that puts the exclamation point on the victory. And then a whistle and a foul on Alamogordo. Tigers still with a foul to give there. 16.8 seconds remaining. The Tigers are going to get the win. And if anything, just a confidence builder. Who knows what happens from here, but I think the Tigers will certainly feel good about their state tournament aspirations. As James Sharp will check in for Jaden Hernandez. And you can just tell how excited the Alamogordo bench is. As the inbounds goes to Patterson, then back to Corona. Corona will fire up a right wing three. It's no good. Rebound. Well, down to the floor went Flores Wheeler. And then a layup attempt going to be no good from Garcia. And the Tigers get the win. So Alamogordo scores the victory on the road over Mayfield. 78-66 in the District 3 5A tournament. And will advance to face off against Centennial coming up on Thursday at 6 p.m. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, Tigers are winners by 12. We'll come back with the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show right after this.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Hi, this is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. We take great pride in our Tiger student athletes. We wish them all the best and cheer them on as they compete this season. We recognize these outstanding athletes for their commitment on the track, court, and field. Their dedication is inspiring, and we celebrate their hard work and sportsmanship. Join us in supporting our Tigers. First National Bank has been your hometown community bank since 1956, proudly cheering on the Alamogordo Tigers every step of the way. Go Tigers!
Member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Joined by Alamogordo Tigers head basketball coach James Bowman. Coach, that looked like the team that we saw in December and January this year. That must have felt good for all those guys to have a performance like that.
Yeah, hats off to Mayfield. They're a very battle-tested team, and they came out playing hard and everything. And Coach Trujillo, he has his kids playing hard. They're definitely one of the best teams in our state, in the district. And yes, I was very happy to see my boys come out playing hard from the tip. Our defense tonight is what really helped us out tonight. The kids just listened to the game plan and they executed as best they could. And it was fun to see my boys getting out there and playing Tiger basketball again, for sure.
Yeah, that was, I think I talked in the pregame that the defense may spark the offense. The offense hadn't quite been there the way that you guys wanted it to. And You made it difficult on them, and I mean, really, the turning point of the game was that run at the start of the third quarter. You guys weren't knocking it down on this side. It was a few free throws here or there, but you held them scoreless for the first 6 minutes of the quarter. That's a big difference in why this game was won.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, we talk about third quarter performance a lot. I truly believe, I've been around this for a long time, and if you can come out aggressive in the third quarter and just kind of take the momentum, because it's always tough when you have to sit for a little bit for halftime and, you cool down. If you can get that, we always talk about the first 4 minutes. If you can get the first 4 minutes and, you play well, a lot of times that can dictate the outcome of the game. And, yeah, the boys, I didn't even realize, how good of defense they were playing. But I noticed at some point in time, I was like, man, we've been getting some stops, and so it was good. It definitely propelled us, like you said. And, just great effort by all the kids. They talked and they communicated, and they really got after it on that side of the basketball. And whenever we can get some good defensive stops, it usually leads to good transition points. So, yeah, just very, very proud of my boys for locking down defense on that third quarter.
And I think just looking at it from the overall standpoint, regardless of what happens this week and going into next week, just getting their confidence back. It is a relatively young team, and just you could just tell the joy on their faces and almost the relief of getting back to the basketball they know they can play. It's something that could spark these guys heading over the last 2 weeks of the season, 3 weeks of the season here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know we're not quite into March, but we talk about it being March Madness all the time. And, it's, in basketball, it's about when do you get hot. And you're right. I mean, hopefully, this win, it's good to get in the win column, and against a worthy opponent as well. So yeah, I'm just hoping that the kids can just keep this momentum, and we have a good practice tomorrow, and get ready for Centennial on Thursday.
And you guys played them tough both times in the Tiger Pit. It was a close game. And even though it was an 11-point loss at Centennial, it was a close game all the way through. They just kind of pulled away late. So, you get a chance to play the district champ, and you have to feel good about your chances if you guys play the way you did tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Coach Carrillo, he's a great coach. He has his kids working hard. I know they're over there scouting tonight, and yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a fun battle. We want these opportunities. We don't shy away from the challenges. And yeah, I mean, when we were over there, yeah, the 11-point loss, it looked like it was worse than what it actually was. But they pulled away late because they had to make free throws, and we just went cold again on offense in the fourth quarter over there. But we're just gonna try to get back to the drawing board. We'll watch some film and see what we can do to try to advance past that and try to get to the district championship on Saturday.
Coach, congratulations, and y'all have a safe trip back.
Thank you, Charles.
Appreciate it. That is Coach James Bowman after the Tigers get the win tonight by a final score of 78-66 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. They advance in the District 3-5A tournament as they will face off against the Centennial Hawks on Thursday night. We're going to come back and wrap this one up. You're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union post-game show. Tigers winners tonight. You're listening to Tiger Basketball.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Ready, set, drive! Level up your ride with OFCU and Casa Auto Group for a limited time starting Tuesday, February 24th through Monday, March 2nd. Zoom in with rates as low as 4.24% APR. Power up with no payments for 90 days. It's time to hit the gas before the final lap and take advantage of this great deal. Limited time offer. All loans are subject to approval. Rates vary based on collateral or terms. Not all will qualify. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard, or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. When it comes to your mortgage, you deserve more. At First National Bank, we live in the communities we serve, which means faster decisions, personalized service, competitive rates, and real people who know you by name. We treat you like a neighbor. Whether you're buying your first home or refinancing the one you love, our local lenders are with you every step of the way. Choose First National Bank, where home begins.
First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, all else subject to credit approval.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. Alamogordo, the winner tonight, 78-66 as they top Mayfield, District 3-5A tournament. Tigers will head to Centennial coming up on Thursday in the semifinals of the District 3-5A tournament. Oregon Mountain probably going to be hosting Las Cruces. Cruces was playing Gadsden tonight, so you'd expect the Bulldogs to get that win. Julian Favela, 19 points for Alamogordo, 18 for Jaden Hernandez, 15 for Will Bynum, 12 for Ethan Grinder, 8 points for Aaron Herrera, and 4 points for Jacob Ochoa. And the second half, defense, as Coach was saying, really made a big difference in tonight's victory. 22 for Fernando Corona from Mayfield, and 11 for Hector Gallegos. 14 for Christian Covarrubia. Homer Walsh had 17. I.T. Williams with 2, and 2 points for Corey Patterson. So the Tigers get the win, and we'll see if they can keep some momentum going and see if they can get their first win over Centennial this year. We've talked about it going into this game. It's difficult to beat the same team 3 times, and we'll see if the Tigers can make that happen again where Centennial doesn't get the win there. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in that matchup. I don't have any updates for you guys from up in Cloudcroft. Let me see. Well, I don't know. Oh, there's my phone. Let me check Max Preps real quick, and I might be able to get you guys a score update. As the Lady Bears were playing at 5:30. Yeah, I don't have anything. So we'll have it up on our Facebook page, Alamo Sports, 1019, 1230. Follow us on there if you don't already, at Charles Winnicky on X. We're also on Instagram as well with Alamo Sports, so check that out. Again, your final score on the Richardson Motor Scoreboard, 78-66. Tigers get the win. Thanks for listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. And our next Tiger Sports broadcast is on Thursday as Alamogordo will face off against Centennial in the District 3-5A semifinals. Thanks so much for tuning in. You've been listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk.
No roadblock scheduled today. Tomorrow, Wednesday, there is a roadblock on 380 starting at 7 a.m. and 70 starting at 7:10 a.m. Tonight's forecast, mostly clear skies. In Alamogordo, expect a low of 47. Cloudcroft, an overnight low of 39. For Wednesday, mostly sunny skies, partly cloudy tomorrow night. Alamogordo tomorrow, high of 77, low of 47. For Cloudcroft tomorrow, high of 61 and an overnight low near 40 degrees.